very well, or is it a little bit of a mixed?
Sarah just met Kelly
Okay.
and her mom, and why do I keep saying her mom? I'm so sorry.
Lisa.
Well, I always like that because I only know Diana and I don't know her super well yet. So I was like it when not everyone's in a close group because I want to be your friend too. So, so real quick, if you
bother her mouth, I think.
She's fine.
That's okay. So real quick, if you don't mind, go around. I think I caught all of your names, but maybe say it one more time just in case. And then if you've ever heard of Arbonne, that's what we're going to be trying, and you're comfortable just sharing what your experience has been, please feel free to do that. And then I usually ask like a get to know you type question. So
Upstairs,
I am really hoping that the weather is going to stay nice. So maybe just something you enjoy doing as it starts to get warmer, stay warmer in the spring, summer. So Sarah, is it okay if we start with you?
Sure. So what am I saying? My name and what I like to do
Well, I've got your name. Yep, Sarah. Have you ever heard of Arbonne before?
No.
Okay. Yeah, and then just something you look forward to when it's warmer.
Bike riding down to Llewellyn's.
Oh, perfect. Love that. I should do more of that. I just got my bags back, actually.
We took home, didn't we?
Yeah, he said, Mom, it was so awesome. I wish we had something like that at our He's always trying to find something that at our house is so.
And then I met Diana through her neighbor, Megan, and that was actually a cosmetic spa. So if you guys aren't that familiar with Arbonne, we're a health and wellness company. We have tons of products. I'll tell you a little bit about it, but we did makeup that day.
Yeah.
So that was your first introduction to Arbonne, right? Okay. Do you have a favorite product yet, or I can't remember what you got? The foundation, I know you said.
I really like the highlighter. The foundation is really nice too.
Yeah, okay.
The highlighter is really nice. It blends really well too.
Good. And is there something you're looking forward to?
In the summer?
Spring, summer, yeah.
We have a big family vacation to the beach.
Oh, perfect.
Where? I like to, you know what? To Destin.
Oh, good. Okay, and then Lisa, right?
Lisa, right. I have been to an Arbonne party, and I want to say literally 30 years ago.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So before my time with Arbonne. Okay, awesome.
Stop.
So I like to sit outside and drink wine in the warm sun.
Day drinking. Sounds good. Perfect. Okay.
I'm Kelly. I've never heard of Arbonne.
Okay.
But I like to drink wine with my mom.
There you go.
And the son. And my husband and my dog. And I like to go for runs. And
Awesome. Just enjoy the warmer weather.
Yeah.
What
Perfect.
about your summer job?
oh, and I'm going to be working on a golf course this summer.
Oh,
So
that
that's
sounds fun too.
exciting
You'll
for
get tan.
this.
So you
yeah.
probably
You drive,
need
like, to your
sunscreen.
Yeah, I'm going to be
That's
training to do that.
I
all the
know.
time.
I was like so
Mhm.
jelly. I was like,
Yep.
mm-hmm.
That's
That
what I'm
green
going to do.
tank top over there look real pretty good. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and get started. Just to kind of let you know what to expect, we're obviously doing foot spas. I don't touch your feet at all, so sometimes people are relieved and sometimes they're disappointed. I don't know where you fall. If you're disappointed, you're supposed to be rubbing your feet back and forth on that little mat. And then I am steaming washcloths to do a facial with you as well. So we'll be together probably 35 minutes here. The goal is just for you to relax, hopefully learn something new. So, Arbonne does have a ton of stuff. Over 450 products, actually. So we are the #1 brand globally for health and wellness inside and out. So that just means we have nutrition products and we have skincare products, and we think it all matters. So if I tried to tell you even about 20% of the products that we have, you'd be here a lot longer than 35 minutes with me. So we're mostly focusing on 2 lines. One of them being this Rescue and Renew line. It's a detox aromatherapy line, uses a lot of essential oils. And then we're using our nicest skincare line, which is called RE9 Advanced. So that's what we're trying tonight. So the first thing I'm going to come around with is our Detox Bath Soap. So you could use this in your tub at home, and it has turmeric in it and then 7 other essential oils infused through it. So I'm just going to have you smell it and then add it to your foot spa. And it'll make the water soft and make your feet feel soft.
She's looking at us though. She's all.
She's our entertainment.
She is.
Oh, I know.
That smells so nice.
So turmeric is just great for inflammation and aches and all kinds of things, really. So we use lots of turmeric in our spa products.
I love that.
I've never used like bath salts before.
Well, I don't get baths taken very often, but when I do,
Yeah.
when I'm not feeling good, you know, this is great. It helps
They
to.
are. They're really renewal kind of things.
Yeah.
And then the next thing I'm going to give you is from that same line, and it's called Detox Gelée. That's what Arbonne calls it. I call it Arbonne Windex. That's a playoff of My Big Fat Greek Wedding, if you haven't heard that or seen that movie in a while. And the reason I call it that is because it was originally designed to pull toxins from your skin. So it's great for psoriasis, it's great for eczema, things like that. But it's also just good really on anything that hurts. So like menstrual cramps or restless leg syndrome. I use it for migraines probably more than anything. Kitchen burns, sunburns. I use it for all kinds of things. So this has sea plants in it that moisturize and cool. So just get a little bit of like a cool tingly sensation. And then the essential oils in this one is tangerine, juniper berry, dandelion, turmeric, and ginger. So I'm going to come around and give you a little bit.
She's not bothering me, I just don't want her to drink it.
If you have any of those things going on anywhere, go ahead and try it there. Otherwise, maybe just try it on your neck and shoulders where there's some tension.
Oh hell, I
Or
just,
where's
had, I
the
just had a
first-
90-minute massage the other day to try to fix
Did
my
you
neck.
really? Just now?
Yeah. No, Monday,
Oh.
Tuesday.
I was like, I'm not.
What am I doing?
So just try anywhere that's tight or
You smell
achy.
like dog.
I put it on my back.
Absolutely, yeah.
Sorry, I'm
So
gonna
this
like
will
go
replace,
here.
and it can
I'm with
replace
you.
like
Okay.
Icy Hot or Bengay or, like I said, I use it for migraines more than anything. And I
Oh,
do have
wow. Really?
Yeah, I do. I
wonder
put
if
it
it
on
would
my.
work on, like, I have a little, like, arthritis. or-
Yes, try it.
Let's do that.
Yes.
Does it really? Oh my
And it's
God.
pretty
it's
concentrated, so I don't know where
Oh,
you're
yeah.
putting it, but that little dot should go a lot further than
Put it on
you're
my
used
back.
to products
That's not
going.
if it was sinusitis.
Oh, yeah.
My ITB.
Yeah, go for it. Wherever you're comfortable.
Put it right.
It's like that bone.
Uh-huh.
So it's inflamed like nonstop.
Yeah, this is always swollen.
Yeah, it stinks.
And if
The
I turn it the
worst.
wrong way, it hurts.
Well, I'm hopeful that
Just
this will
for
help.
age.
Okay, and then ladies, your job here for the next few minutes is to find your wine or whatever you're drinking and just sit back and relax for a second. And real quick, I'll tell you guys just a little bit about me so you feel like you know me a little bit, but then I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the products because it sounds like most of you maybe aren't that familiar or it's been 30 years since you're familiar, right, Lisa? So my name is Devin, if you didn't catch that. I was actually introduced to Arbonne just like this. I was soaking my feet. And that was quite a while ago. At the time, I worked full-time for Wells Fargo. I was a finance manager. I was the breadwinner of our family. So when the gal talked about her business, honestly, I just kind of tuned her out. I always saw these businesses as something people just did for fun or that people did for just an extra $500 a month. I didn't really see it as a way to actually completely replace an income. But she shared that that was her goal. And I didn't say anything to her, but I started doing research in the background because that's what finance people do. And the reason I was doing that is because I was pregnant with our first little boy, and I worked a lot of hours. So I was nervous getting ready to become a new mom. I had a laptop that came home with me almost every night, certainly every weekend, but my family very much relied on my income. So, being a stay-at-home mom, really, I knew that I wouldn't probably enjoy just being a stay-at-home mom anyway, but it just wasn't in the cards even if I wanted it to be. So I listened to her, with one ear, but then kept my mouth shut and did research. And what I learned is that since it's a consumable product that people run out of and need to reorder, that if I ever did decide to do something like this, that's what was smart. And I specifically just researched their compensation plan. And I remember being very, very nervous, but kind of getting to the point where I'd done enough research where I felt like this is silly. It only costs $79 to get started. I should try and see what happens because I knew I liked the product. So I think I was mostly nervous about this part right here where you guys are just kind of looking at me. So I was used to being in a cubicle.
I was gonna
Sure.
say,
Yeah.
you don't have much FaceTime.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
30
talked to
kids,
people,
yeah.
but it was usually over the phone. So I did decide to get started because I decided I didn't, like I said, have very much to lose. About a year into my business, I actually did completely replace my income. So this is all that I've done for quite a while. I've been with the company now for 8 years. We have 3 little kids now. So it's been awesome, just the flexible schedule and how
crazy.
beneficial it's been for us.
Wow.
So that's a little bit about me. So real quick, the highlight reel of what Arbonne is. Our motto is to be pure, safe, and beneficial. So pure, we're vegan certified. We don't use any synthetic fragrances or dyes. We don't use any mineral oil. We actually have more than 2,000 chemicals that are banned from our products,
Oh, wow.
which is very significant. How many do you guys think are illegal to use in the United States in skincare? How many chemicals do you think the United States doesn't allow? You have a guess at all?
Not
No.
very many.
Not very many. Well, how about this? Europe has just over 1,300 that are illegal to use in their products.
And they're very lenient, aren't they?
They're actually
Well,
better than
They're
we are.
much
Oh, really?
Yes, they are.
So in Europe, there's more than 1,300. In the U.S., there's 13 currently illegal. in our personal care
So
products.
they
So
can
it's
use- They can use
crazy.
a lot of stuff that we.
We use a lot of
shouldn't
stuff.
be
So in
using.
the U.S. Or in Arbonne, we have 2,000 illegal. So the difference is really we follow European formulas. If they don't allow it, we don't allow it. But just the things that are questionable, that maybe they haven't discovered for sure are linked to different cancers and diseases, we go ahead and take it out. So if they're illegal there, it's illegal for a reason. You know, it's been associated with different things. And so Arbonne, just the reason we are both all about, you know, nutrition and skincare both is because, of course, we think your health is affected by what you put in your mouth, but also what you put on your skin. It's your largest organ. Most things you put on your skin absorb into your bloodstream in as quick as 26 seconds or less.
Mhm.
So it matters. And so, but I also feel like it can be overwhelming. So if you know that you're using a company that follows European formulas where they are much stricter, you can be pretty confident in what you're using. There actually hasn't been a law changed in the U.S. since 1938 regarding skincare and personal care.
Right.
So we're just very far behind. They don't even require companies to disclose their ingredient list to the FDA.
There goes the
So
water.
it's crazy. So pure and safe. So I already kind of mentioned. Well, I don't know. Maybe I didn't, but I just assume people think that if my background's in finance, by default I have to be skeptical, right? So that's my personality for sure. So I just know if I was sitting in your shoes right now, hearing some gal I just met talk about pure and safe products, I would be thinking, yeah, that means they don't work, though. Like, there's a reason they have those chemicals in the products. So before we release new products, the third part of our motto is beneficial. Before we release new products, we make sure we're beating our competitors in clinical testing. We have been around a while, 38 years actually. So we know how to give you a product that will work. So we do third-party clinical testing, just means it's unbiased that way. And most recently, the line you guys are going to try, we tested it against Rodan and Fields. In every category of anti-aging, we either beat them or we're equal, and we don't use any of the harsh chemicals. So that's what I'd love for you guys to expect tonight.
His sister and his mom does.
Yeah. So I'd love for you just to expect, but go ahead and put your mental bar high. Even with just what we're going to do tonight, I'm very hopeful you guys will be able to tell you're using a really nice line, and you can be very comfortable using it, knowing that it's safe, using it on your future babies. You know, Johnson & Johnson's in court a lot. So once you know about that, you start hearing it. It's amazing how that happens. So the next thing I'm going to give to you is our Detox Scrub. So this is, again, from that Rescue and Renew line. And so this is a scrub you could use in the shower anywhere from the neck down. You can use it to shave with. You can use it on your elbows. Is that helping a little
You
bit?
can shave, put that on and shave.
Yeah, so use the salt to exfoliate and then rinse it off and shave with the oil, and you'll be able to tell using it that it stays on your legs.
Okay.
And then as you shave, it actually moisturizes, so you don't need a lotion when you get done shaving. So it can work as a like shaving cream and a lotion all at the same time.
3-in-1.
Yeah.
Nice. Because
So
I can't
this
put enough
has
lotion on
you do go through your razors a little bit more often, but it's worth it. So this has, let me go back to my notes. I need to be following it, especially since I'm doing the video. Sorry, I lost it there. Where did it go? Okay, there it is. It has grapefruit, orange, avocado, passion fruit seed, vitamin E, ginger, and turmeric are the essential oils in this one. So I'm going to have you, again, just smell it, and I'm going to put a little bit in your hand. And if you just want to try it on your heels or the sides of your toes, I like your bracelet, by the way.
Oh my gosh, that is cute. What am I doing?
I'm going to have you smell it
Oh.
first. Okay, I'm going to put some in your hand. And then can you just try it on your heels or the sides of your toes? So take as long as you want. With this part, when you're done, I'm going to come around and help you pull your feet out of the foot spa so that you can use the towel underneath to pat dry. I'm just using this one. I'm going to use it to rinse off my hand. And you, if you have enough left, go ahead and use it on your hands too.
On my hands, it makes it so soft.
Yeah.
That's the one
You
thing.
smell that grapefruit.
Yeah. Getting older, that I've noticed is just like.
See, I'm still super soft.
Oh, shit.
No, it's just like if you hydrate your skin like with something that really gets in there, like not just a surface moisturizer, but something that like goes deeper than that. It just makes the biggest difference.
It
Like,
does.
It just looks moisturized and like glow.
Okay, so I just found something amazing. So my mother-in-law passed away like 2 years ago, but I have like all this like really expensive home shopping network stuff, and there's this stuff called Reservatol or something. I looked it up. It's like $70 for a little thing. Oh my god, my face feels like baby butt.
Good.
I mean, it's amazing.
Good. Yeah, well, and what you were talking about there, so most products have mineral oil in it. Mineral oil only touches the top layer of your
Right.
skin.
You
It's
can't
like
penetrate.
saran wrap on your
Stuff
skin. It
I
literally
totally
has the
right
same
in my
molecular
skin.
structure as saran wrap. So you need botanical oils if you're going to go underneath your hair follicle. So Armand doesn't use mineral oil. So everything should feel like it's going down in there
Yeah.
deeper. So, okay, if you're ready, I'm going to have you lift up your feet. And I'm just going to put this to the side.
Your skin like feels really soft afterwards. If it's
Really?
yeah, if it's doing the job. Plus, like I always spray tan, so this would be awesome as like a scrub before I go.
Yeah.
Just to kind of slough off all of that,
Yeah, that'd
make it even.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We did a spray tan before Vegas. It was in Vegas last week. It was so nice. I don't usually do that. I'm like, I look good.
I've
It's
never
amazing
done
how much
spray
better
tan.
you feel.
Oh my
You
gosh,
never
you
have?
feel
I've gotten 3 in my life. It's
And
always
never
been
have.
before a Vegas trip. Because there's a party that I go to there where you have to wear a white dress. I'm like, oh Lord, like I can't show up in April, but you know, not having been in the sun all winter. So I'm gonna come back around with that gelée that I gave you earlier, that Arbonne Windex. I'm gonna give you a little bit more for your feet, especially on a Thursday. You guys are you're almost there.
No, we're not close enough.
You're not. But if you have achy
19
feet
days,
at all,
Thursday or
this feels great.
Are you positive?
I have 17.
Because I don't want to get
19
that
days,
excited
17.
if that's not.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because you guys start before us.
Yes, way
Are you a
before.
teacher too?
Yes, I'm a math teacher. That's why I get the finance.
Well, where do you teach at?
How middle?
You're in Hall, okay.
this is
So
on
try it
my
on your
hands
feet.
and stuff.
Oh, on your
our
feet this time.
Mm.
Yep.
What do
So
you
it's,
teach-
this
what
is
do you
that same
teach?
product you
Yeah.
had earlier.
I'm the department chair.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I teach science out in Rockwood, 8th grade.
Oh, you're
Got
all in
you.
the school
I
system.
wrote a kid up today for sitting there and looking at his phone, cheating, writing down all of his element symbols. I'm like,
I
oh,
wrote a
I'll
kid up
take
today.
that.
That's my second one the whole year. I'm
Aw.
like, dude, I can't take it. I
Is,
warned
don't
I
you feel
can't
like they're
take
just
it
getting
anymore.
worse towards the end of the year?
Yeah, they just lost their minds.
They have.
What did you write 'em up
Especially
for?
the boys. My gosh.
Constant disruption, and I listed everything he did.
And
He,
your second
does
one
this
this
kind
whole
of
year.
stuff.
Yeah, you don't know.
And he
it.
talks
You never
out
write
loud.
kids
I
up.
never write kids. That's my second one the whole year.
I wish I could. Give me that pad.
And he just, he's gonna talk in
Okay.
an accent, get anything he can to get attention.
So these are hot, y'all. I'm going to hand it to you by the tag. It
Okay.
cools down the fastest. Once it's cool enough, you're going to sit back and just let it rest over your face. It'll open up your pores. So we get a deeper fix. Make sure you grab the tag though. It cools down pretty quick. Skin peels are not in our plan, so wait until. I like it pretty darn hot, but I know not everybody does.
Oh my god.
Me
You're
too.
good.
Means it's pulling it out of my skin and that's what I like.
This is great. I already feel awesome.
Because you are awesome, Cal.
So steam
Is that
until
what we're
it.
doing? We put it on the whole face?
Yeah, whenever you're ready. Steam as long as it feels good. The first thing I'm going to hand you is our cleanser. And if you were at the sink and you mixed in water with it, this would lather up really well. In this setting, you're limited to the water that's in your washcloth. So you're probably going to need to use your washcloth to push it around a little bit. So what I usually do is use one side to push it around and then flip it over. Use the other side to rinse it off. And there are mirrors scattered throughout if you feel like you need one at any point.
I can't see.
You just steam as long as you want, girl.
Okay, so what is this?
This is the cleanser.
Okay.
So when you're ready, you're gonna just use it to wash your face.
I could just lay there.
If you fell asleep, you wouldn't be the first one.
That's funny.
It is
Alright,
funny.
we put it on their fingers or this?
Either way, but you're gonna probably need some of the moisture from your washcloth to move it around. And we're gonna do a mask too, so your face will be clean. The next thing I'm gonna give you is going back to that Rescue and Renew line. This is a detox mask. It's a clay mask, so it will get tight, but it has rosemary oil in it, which keeps it from being too harsh, and it doesn't get that like stripped feeling to your skin, if that makes sense. But the reason this is probably in my top 5 skincare products that we have, and the reason for that is because, well, one, it just feels really good, but it's fun to do. It changes colors. So it's kind of fun. So let me explain it to you. Yeah. So let me explain how it works. So you're going to use it, and you guys are going to start off, and you're going to look, speaking of spray tans, you're going to look like you have a bad spray tan when you're starting off, and you'll look kind of orange. And then as it dries, it will dry white, and it will dry first where you have the most oil. So usually you're going to get white, in your T-zone area first.
Interesting.
And then you might still say orange on your cheeks, for example. And then eventually it will get white everywhere. It just dries first where you're the oiliest. And if we leave it on long enough, you'll get these little dots that start to show up on your skin. And what that is the sebum that's in your skin. Sebum is the bad oil that produces blackheads and breakouts and just makes your pores bigger, which weakens your skin. You get lines faster. So it's going to literally spit that out onto your skin. So it's kind of gross, but it's also fun. So I'm going to give you a little bit. Try it all over. Maybe hold on to your washcloth long enough just to wipe your fingers off, but I'll give you a new washcloth to take it off in a second. Should get a wine refill.
We'd rather do it earlier than later.
Absolutely. I could have grabbed it for you.
Thank you, baby.
Miss out.
I appreciate it.
It's important that she has a full glass. It adds to the relaxation.
Absolutely. Now look, in May, I always do margaritas in May, and I provide margaritas, so I'm looking forward to that next month.
Margaritas May.
And
We do a lot of teacher spas actually at the end of the month. We call them
Oh, I
celebration
bet.
summer or recovery spas.
Cinco de Mayo is when Keith proposed to me.
Aw,
Really?
perfect.
Did you have lots of tequila?
Yeah, we did.
I kind of figured.
I'm not sure who was gonna do it that day for sure, but it ended up happening.
All right, so you guys are gonna leave this on for a little bit. Kind of look around at each other every once in a while, and you'll start to turn colors fairly fast within a couple minutes.
Thank you, Cal. The Derby's on Cinco de Mayo this year.
Yes, I noticed that. So I
So
just
we
rub
made-
it around my face.
Yep, try it all over.
We'll make a day of it.
And then while we're letting this dry, I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about our nutrition because we're mostly doing skincare stuff tonight, but Arvon also cares a lot about nutrition. So
Do you like dresses like your active?
No, we just pick horses and,
do you wear the big hats?
no.
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 We
You
went down
showed
to the
that.
Derby one year.
I do make one of those drinks that they have.
No, you don't?
The what is
Mint,
that?
the
The
mint
mint
juleps, do you?
Yeah.
Those are fun.
And then
Okay.
we watch all the things before, and then we all figure
Yeah.
out who we're gonna pick. And
That's fun.
That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys chat for just a second. I'm going to run over and mix up a shake for you to try, but I wanted to tell you a little bit about what our nutrition line is. It's basically just a clean eating program. We actually have a 30-day program. It's a jump start to healthy living, so I'll show you my before and after that I did the program in January. But what it is our nutrition line is gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, GMO-free, and free of all artificial flavors and sweeteners. So if you're looking to eat cleaner, eat healthier, have your family eat healthier. My kids have 2 shakes a day, almost every day, and they love it. So you can feel good about it, right, giving it to them. So most people that do any type of protein shake, and that's what I'm going to mix up for you to try, it's usually whey-based. Whey is a byproduct of dairy, and we don't use dairy. The reason for that is it's just harder for your body to digest. So our protein source is brown rice, cranberry, and pea protein. So it's the most digestible form of protein. We also have 20 other grams of vitamins and minerals. So if you would choose to use it as a meal replacement, it's a very nutrient-dense meal replacement. So
you could totally replace like
You
lunch with it.
absolutely, and I actually stay
And
a
it makes you
lot
feel
fuller
full.
if I'm
So
doing
it's a
it than if
meal
I'm having it.
replacement.
Yeah, I stay way fuller than a cereal
much
or a
protein?
sandwich. There's 20 grams of protein
I would do that
Per
for
serving?
breakfast.
per serving. Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm going to pass this around so you guys can smell it, but I'm going to use it to mix up a shake first. If you're not used to doing a shake, I'm just mixing this in a shaker bottle with water. For my kids, I always blend in fruit and things. So you can certainly,
Like
you know,
a
make it
smoothie. More like a
fancier.
smoothie.
Yeah. So I always tell people if you don't hate it this way, you could find a way to love it. But since this isn't, we actually do a nutrition tasting where all we do is talk about nutrition. And I do mix up different smoothies, but since we're spying, I just wanted to show you one. So I'm going to mix that up. You guys look around each other. You're starting to turn colors and be fun.
I see you, Cal.
It's like hard.
Well, yours is like
It's like a
right
mat.
here
Well,
and right
clay.
there. I know.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really feel like a clay mat. It's like a lot thinner, not like.
Wow, look at the
Here, I'm gonna send your kid.
It has some red on your cheeks.
Looks scary.
There's a red right there, yeah. Right there on that side.
Oh.
What does this mean? What does the colors mean?
Forget she told us.
That's hilarious.
The white means something and the.
Okay.
I don't know if my feet feel good.
Seriously,
Walking
seriously.
across the-
Well, she'll get to it. But I want that little press on your face. She did it to me last time.
We're talking about that little
Yes, and it was
The white
like,
thing?
yeah, like a noticeable difference, like in terms of like, seriously, like she did it on this area because mine's really starting to like,
The wrinkles.
yeah,
Yeah. Your smile.
and yeah, and I was like,
Brown lines.
Yeah.
it really like I noticed a difference, like.
You know what? It made, I don't know if you have this. I call this my middle school wrinkle. This one, where mine's like, I want to say what the fuck.
The stern look.
That's okay.
That's
You're not-
hilarious.
You did not just say that.
So she has a
Yeah.
mark.
That's
If you want
right
me to
here.
check the label, you guys are welcome to, or smell it, or whatever, but I'm going to give this to you to taste.
And she's so funny.
Uh-huh.
That was fine.
I drink a shake now every day in the morning.
Yeah,
I do
haven't really-
isogenics right now.
Okay, yeah.
So.
So it comes in, how many servings do you think are in this big bag?
There's 30 servings in it. So 30 shakes.
I'm really interested in something like this.
It's, I mean, to have that in the morning and not have to,
Mhm.
like, try to
I
put
just
her-
want that
Here,
protein
your
in
son
the
sent a
morning.
picture back.
What is that face?
I pretty consistently do 2
It
shakes
looks
a
like-
day now. It's so convenient. I love doing it. My favorite is almond butter,
Yeah.
Oh.
cashew butter. It's so good.
So are you meal replacing too?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Not
so you're
always to
only
at least
eating,
one.
You're only
I stay
eating
so
what?
much
Dinner?
fuller. Dinner and snacks. I mean, I
Wow.
snack. But I
I
used
have to blend. I realized I can't shake.
Do you? Yeah. And one of my favorites to do just in the shaker cup is if you like coffee. I love to do chilled coffee. Tastes like a mocha. Or if you're doing it with the vanilla, I'll put in pumpkin pie spice. Tastes like a pumpkin.
It's not bad.
So, but here, I'll show you
No,
guys.
even like with
I
some
always
in
pour
it.
in creamer in this? You mean like coffee creamer?
Well, I just do just straight chilled coffee. But you could put in
Okay.
creamer with it, yeah.
So that would be like your creamer though.
Okay.
So I'll show you guys my picture. So this was actually after 19 days. The full 30-day program is, and you don't have to do the 30-day program, but I was really glad that I did. It helped me just do a good jump start. But that was after 19 days. And that's on low battery mode, so if you need me to refresh the screen, I can.
Do you have that charger down here?
I did, yeah.
Okay,
I
good.
can never remember how to turn it off low battery mode once it's
On?
a little bit.
So you're saying I could
And
make
some
my
people that
regular
did it with
coffee
me.
in the morning, and instead of eating my banana and my granola bar, I could dump this into my coffee.
Yeah,
Oh,
it just needs to
wow.
be chilled coffee, so I just put, and I don't wait for it.
Oh,
I just
wow.
put ice, a lot of ice in the shaker
That's
cup,
amazing.
pour my coffee in, and then I add protein to it. It's
Or you-
delicious.
Put your banana in there. Put
Did it turn off? No?
Mm-mm.
No, it did.
For me, it's just dark.
Okay.
Because I'm
Well,
don't
feel
have
free
my
to click
glasses
on it. And then these are some other customers that, so we actually have 2 groups a month that get started doing this 30-day program, and it's basically, like I said, just a
So
clean
that's
eating.
only, yours is 19 days, you said?
That
So what
picture is
are we
19 days.
What
Look
do we
at the
notice?
difference in her face.
Well,
like,
just that I look better.
thinner. Yeah.
So when I have like the full body before and after, but really you could tell the biggest difference in my face. So that's usually what
Right.
I show people.
Okay.
All right. How are you guys doing on your mask? We're waiting for dots on your. Usually it's on the nose.
Baker Mayfield
Can I
double
miss this
digit
photo?
draft.
Is that why it's looking like, I think I'm fine.
Oh,
In the middle maybe?
But I
really?
can see a little dots. right there. You see
Pierre,
those
I
dots
went to
on your
high
forehead?
school with
The
a guy
dots
who
is the
plays
sebum.
And
pro.
Or it's
Yeah.
going into my big pores probably.
Well, actually, that's where it's spit it out. Actually, is what's happening. So you have it on your forehead and on your nose. Did you see them?
Where do I have it?
So wait, what does that mean again when it starts to
Right
turn
here.
orange?
Really, you almost see it on your nose. It's well,
That's your oily spots?
the dots is the sebum. Sebum is the bad oil that makes your pores bigger, makes blackheads, breakouts. And like just on the tip of your nose, maybe a tiny bit down there. Can you see them on each other? So like on your nose and on your nose.
Oh yeah.
That's what you're looking for.
Don't get so close to me.
So I'm gonna grab another washcloth. They're gonna be hot again, so same story as before. I'll hand it to you by the tag. Once it's cool enough, just sit back again, let it rest over your face. This time it'll soften your mask, so that when you're taking it off, it's not gonna
What
hold
size
on
are
your
your
skin.
Mine?
Yeah.
Big.
What's, no,
They're 8.
Mine are 8.
they look tinier.
Why
Because
does
she has a
everyone-
nice arch.
Yeah,
I have a
that
real-
arch that
I
I used to
do.
have.
Which is real, now it's actually benefiting me, and I can tell, because I would not want to have flat feet. I broke, remember Sarah when I broke?
Yes.
It was
I do.
horrible.
So I'm
Anyway,
just
I
resting it
broke
on my face
Yes,
once again.
once it's cool
a
enough. Yep.
bone that's like super,
feel
super
like-
tiny.
I'm not as white as them.
Maybe you didn't have quite as much, but I can see it. You're also kind of
I
in the shadow
totally
a little
see
bit
it.
right there.
Maybe I
The
am.
lighting's not so great right here.
So I got those big pores on my
I'm
face.
making notes right now.
Do you want me to switch you with the protein?
And
Is it in your way?
you need it.
No, I was not. I'm gonna look
Oh, you're still looking at it. I'm sorry. There you
Okay,
go.
if I want to see inside.
Can you
Yeah,
get your
good.
cup out of the way?
No saturated fats.
Mhm.
Hmm?
No saturated fats. That's all.
Oh yeah. Very clean.
Total fat.
But our one's not afraid of fat, as long as it's the good fat that your body can digest and use as fuel. The whole idea is really the goals of the 30-day program is to increase nutrients so you can use your food as fuel, but also make sure that everything that you're eating your body can digest and use or get rid of. Also to balance your blood sugar, put your body in an alkaline state so it's disease fighting instead of disease feeding in an acidic state. Increase nutrients, decrease toxins in your body. So
So the 30-day program, I was just doing this for 30 days.
yeah, basically for 30 days, you're going gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, no processed sugar. And so we just have, there's a lot more things than just the protein that comes in the 30-day package.
Okay.
You get protein, you get fiber, you get, replace all of your drinks, you get digestion products, you get detox products. You're in a Facebook group that provides a shopping list and recipes and snacks
Oh, geez.
for everything else. So it's it's kind of like an online class that you go
That's
through.
really
That's
cool.
really cool.
Okay. So let me know. I know those masks can be kind of hard to get off. So if you need me to get your wash, well, actually I have plenty of extra washcloths if you need another one, holler at me. But the line we're going to use, we're going to finish up here with our facial. You guys already used the cleanser, but it's called RE9 Advanced. The RE stands for results. The 9 stands for the 9 anti-aging elements in the products. 2 things I always like to mention. It is formulated on average. It usually lasts people anywhere from 4 to 6 months. So if you can, maybe try and pay attention to how much product I'm giving you. If you feel like it's enough, it should last you quite a bit longer than most skincare lines. Most skincare lines usually last 2 to 3 months. Should last you 4 to 6, okay? It is pH balanced and pH correct. So wherever you just discovered you were oily or dry, it's gonna help to fix that. And then remember, we're all about the results without the chemicals. So we use sustainable orange stem cells, stabilized vitamin C, other just botanically based anti-agers that are great for your skin.
So
Okay.
I wanted to ask you something about stem cell, because they are, you know, you see them ads like everywhere now for like stem cell. So what's the difference in like having like an organic stem cell compared to like what they use, which I don't need?
Well, are you talking about orange stem, like,
No, just like I've seen like companies that will advertise like for like face reconstruction or just stuff like
yeah,
that.
well, anything that we can get and source organic, we do as well. So,
Mhm.
but the idea is you're just getting it at its source, you're getting it at the most concentrated.
Mhm.
And with the orange, you know, vitamin C is fantastic for your skin. So, and it's quite possible that that isn't organic, vitamin
Right.
A positive.
Right.
So I could find that out for you if you wanted to. So you guys already used the cleanser. Main thing with the cleanser is it cleans your skin, but it doesn't strip your skin at all. Next thing I'm going to give you is our toner. Our toner is alcohol-free, has a witch hazel base to it. It's very soothing. And this is actually a mist you can spray straight into your face, so you don't have to use a cotton ball. So if you guys are done with your washcloths, feel free just to drop them down. I'll clean up when we're done. But what you're going to do is line it up with your nose. Close your eyes. Close your mouth. Give it a spray or two, and you just kind of pat it in. And it does get a good mist out, so you can hold it out a little bit. If you get closer, that's okay, but you get kind of a line dry. So I'd maybe
Yeah.
hold it out. And you might jump at first. That's all right. We'll just laugh at you a little.
So what does the toner actually do?
Purpose
'Cause
of
I
the
haven't
toner-
been using it, and I haven't used it.
Yeah, purpose of a toner is to close your pores.
Mhm.
So that way you're not getting your makeup or moisturizer or even just gunk from the air down into your pores and into your skin.
So
Also
kinda
helps.
locks it up.
Also corrects the
That's
pH in your skin. As kind of strange as it sounds, water isn't pH correct. It's a
Right.
different pH than your skin. So if you ever notice you are like tight after being in the shower or whatever, it's gonna help to correct your pH so that all the other products will work and do their job. Okay, so just pat it in. Yep, perfect. So we're doing a couple extra things. I assume you guys don't take the time to steam washcloths every night. So the mask is definitely extra, not something you would usually do. This next product is also extra. This is called an Instant Lift Gel. And it's different than the other products. These other products, you can tell the packaging is a little different. They are designed to give you long-term anti-aging treatment. This is a short-term fix. It only lasts 5 to 7 hours. So I think of it like Spanx for your face.
Like,
Spanx for your face. It
nice.
lifts and tucks,
I need like a bottle of
but it is only temporary. It will
That's
go away.
fine.
So this is the one product that if you're willing, I would love for you to try it on just half of your face because it's going to go away in 5 to 7 hours. And that way you'll be able to tell how much of a difference you're noticing.
How about
So-
like from here down?
Well, I would definitely hit around your eye if I were you. I would for sure hit your forehead. So whatever you want to
this. I
do.
feel like in the last 2 years,
I
my
think
age
here
has made me
is
go.
what I don't like.
I
Gravity.
know,
like
see
that.
that.
Yeah.
Is that kind of stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
So you
And
want to
then
go
like this
up
is
though
like-
just for that reason because your
Swiftly.
skin's
Right.
sensitive.
I'm like, I can tell you, it would just give me like a scalpel and give me some Botox
back there if we need it.
Yeah. Yeah, get
But
rid
then
of
it's
the
like right
gels.
here.
Yeah, go
the
up.
gels.
Ready for it?
What is this, like toner?
This is that Spanx. Spanx for your face. Instant Lift Gel, otherwise known as.
Instant lift.
Mm-hmm. The next thing I'm going
So,
to give
what do
you
I need
is
to
our
do?
serum. Yep, just go up.
Yeah.
Next thing is
What
our
about under
serum.
that?
Our serum is like a
Is that
vitamin
your too?
cocktail for your skin, feeds your skin nutrients. I also wanted to mention what this is. This is actually an ultrasound machine called the Genius Ultra. We use it to push the products down deeper into your skin. It's kind of like an iron for your face. So when we're done, if anybody wants to try it like on a particular line, you're more than welcome to. I will try and convince you to take a before and after if you want to do that. But that's what this sucker is. So the rest of you, you're just going to put this all over. I'm done with the half the face business. Okay.
Shut
So this
up.
is
I
our
think I can
serum.
already tell.
Usually it takes 5 minutes, so if you can already tell.
For real?
Which side of my face is less saggy? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look at me, please. Oh, wow.
Isn't it fun? And if you can't tell right away, smile at yourself. Where you can usually tell.
What
But
am I doing with this? one?
this goes all over. But usually I tell people, yeah. Usually I tell people to wait 5 minutes. So
Yeah,
you can already tell. That's good.
Oh, I gotta have that.
Yeah, I know. Is it like amazing?
Oh my god. How
Am I
does it
doing
do that?
This goes all over.
I don't know.
All over.
All over, yeah. One of the things that's cool about Arbonne too is all of like our key ingredients are listed in the catalog. But if
That's
you want to know
amazing.
everything, just the regular website has all of the ingredients. So if you're trying to figure out exactly what does what, we could figure it out. But it's magic. Almost done. I get to tell you about this is probably, I don't know, it used to be my favorite product. There's one that might have bumped it. I'm going to tell you about that in a second. But this is our eye cream. Everyone in my family has circles under their eyes. This makes a huge difference in puffiness and circles. So if you can remember, you want to put your eye cream on with your ring finger. It's your weakest finger. And you're just very gently going to tap around your eyes.
I did, but I don't do it.
So by the way,
I don't
I
have
know it might
patience for it.
seem like we're doing lots of things, and we are. We're doing 2 extra steps. Usually it takes about a minute to a minute and a half to run through the regular routine. You don't usually stop and talk to yourself. But hopefully
Devin, doesn't it help like if you like if you smile, does it get in there better?
I don't know. I've never heard that.
That's what I heard. Is like if you like smile where your link,
So
if the
underneath-
product goes in a little.
Yeah, I mean, I've always, if you are really thinking about it, I've always been told to go against like the line, so like go this way, so that it would get down in that better.
So,
And then the
so where
last,
were you rubbing this? Underneath?
That's
under
is
your
that
eyes.
icing?
And,
yeah,
like
and then the
your
last thing here, you guys have a
You can bring
choice.
it out.
okay.
We have a day cream that is very light, has an SPF built into it. I also have a night cream. The night cream goes the deepest in your skin, help your skin repair while you're sleeping. So you're probably going to want to do the night cream if you're going home and going to bed later. If you're putting makeup back on tonight, you might want the day cream. But you
So like
tell me
we've
what
already
you
washed
prefer.
our face for the night.
Yeah.
basically, right?
So unless you're
We'll go
putting
with the
makeup on,
night,
I would do
we're
it
good. This is everywhere?
everywhere. Yep.
No, but it's good.
Mm-hmm. Did you want night?
Oh,
Night?
Yeah, I'm pretty much done.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, sorry. Did I give you enough?
I think
I think
so.
I gave it all to you.
I think so.
Night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tiny face.
It's interesting because really not a fragrance at all.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And like,
Sometimes you can catch a little bit of a citrusy.
yeah, but it's
Scent.
not like Lancome has like a perfumey like, and I love their product, but it's like,
Well, we're fragrance and dye free,
yeah,
so yeah, you're not gonna
that
catch.
smell can't be great putting into your skin all the time.
Well, and a lot of people that like have skin sensitivities, it's because they're allergic to fragrances or dyes.
Right.
So that's why we leave it out. So I've got some more before and after pictures to show you guys. I'm gonna pass them around. If it has the big ultra in the middle, that means they use the ultrasound with it. If it doesn't, then they just use their fingers to put it on. So I'll pass it around. You guys check it out. I have 2 more products up here to mention to you, just because they're in my favorites list. And we'll be done. Does your face feel
Like,
good?
is that like immediately after?
Wait, is this plus what?
That is just the line we did, but they used the ultrasound machine with it.
Oh,
Do-
so
what does
it's like
that
our
do?
chest.
Just kind of put it.
It just pushes it down deeper into your skin.
I want to
And
do
it gets
that.
warm, and it has the ultrasound, so it just makes it work faster.
Ooh.
So
So
this
it goes
is the entire
deeper.
regimen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that's a huge difference. And that's immediately after they do
If
the.
it doesn't specify,
ultrasound?
then it was after 2 weeks. So
Oh.
some of them, yeah, like this one was 30 days. I do have several on my phone that were just one time. If you guys want to see, I always like my pictures better anyway. They're my people. And I do have 2 other pictures on my phone I wanted to for sure
Oh,
show you.
wow. That's amazing.
So the reason I was in Vegas last week is actually Arbonne had our big global training conference, and we had our big new product release of the year. And that prep work line, Kelly, I was telling you about, is one of the new things that came out. And so one of my favorite things right now is this eye mask. It's an eye gel mask. And I have no idea how to, it feels funny. It's kind of cool. And it's this gel. So this is another one of those, if you want to play with it later, you just like rest it on your eyes. And it makes puffiness go down considerably. So I'm going to show you guys a couple pictures on my phone from that. It is, I don't know, I can really feel like I can tell the difference too in just like the little lines around
So
my eyes.
you use 2 of them.
Yes, so what I've been doing is just like when I get out of the shower, I'll put it on and then take it off after I'm done drying my hair.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of been my routine. So I'll show you guys. So there's 2 pictures here. The first one is me, and I have it on just one eye, and you can kind of see it. And then the next one is my friend Shara. She roomed with me, and she's 70, so you can tell like the age difference. So there's 2 there for you to look at.
And is that over like a course of days, or is it like?
No, that was
immediately
literally after like 10 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just one time using it. And it just feels really good. I don't know. And then the other thing I was going to show you is my personal bestseller. So we do 3 types of presentations, or I do 3 types of presentations. I do this. I do a nutrition tasting where we dive a lot more into the nutrition. And then I also do a makeup spa, which is how Diane and I met because her friend Megan did one. So of everything that I have, my personal bestseller is from the cosmetics line. It's our makeup primer. If you're not familiar with primer, it's just like primer for paint. It just locks your color in so you can go from day to night and it still be there. So it sounds like you guys are all going home and going to bed. So if you just want to try it on the back of your hand so you can see what it feels like.
So how does that compare with like, say like the spray mist, the setting
The setting
stuff?
spray, we have a setting spray as well too, but this just makes it so you'll be able, it's kind of like spackle for your skin too. It keeps makeup from resting in any lines. You don't need to use as much makeup. It goes on much smoother. It's the top rated primer among cosmetologists in the US. I think you guys will be able
Oh
to
wow,
tell
so
why.
very.
Doesn't it feel
Wow,
good? Starts off
Yeah.
silky, turns into a powder.
Wow.
People
That
can
is
always
awesome.
tell why it's the
I bet
bestseller.
it really does hold on.
So you would put that on before your foundation. Okay, so then it would lock in eye
Right,
color, lip
right.
color, and foundation. Yeah.
Nice.
So I
you
know
don't get
before
those creases in your eyelids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I
Wait.
would hope so.
What does this do?
Makeup primer. So just
What does that mean?
It just helps your makeup stay put. So when you look in the mirror at 2 o'clock, it hasn't all dissolved in.
Like when you do prime your walls before you put paint on them.
I know what she said about the paint, but
But how that
Well,
correlates.
your face
yeah.
is like the palette,
Yeah.
so it's kind of like before you would paint.
Okay.
And
then
it
your
just feels
makeup's
really
the
good.
paint.
Okay, so you guys, that's what I had to share with you. There are 4 different ways to purchase. If you're interested in doing that, please don't feel any pressure to. I do have a stack of catalogs up here. The first way to purchase is just to pay retail. It's going to be very similar to department store prices. If you're looking at the nutrition, it's going to be similar to supplement store prices. We do have a 45-day money-back guarantee. The second way to purchase is to become a preferred client. So our preferred client program is just a discount club. You get at least 20% off all of your orders for a year, but you're not required to purchase. There's no auto ship or anything like that. But if you want very much, there's also these package specials. And so I have some laminated sheets tucked in the catalogs. But for example, if you're very interested in the skincare line that we used, you definitely want the package special. It's 40% off that way. If you're interested in that 30-day jump start, there's a 40% off package. Okay, so that's the second way. The third way to purchase is to do what Diana did and host. Hopefully you guys can tell this is really a pretty fun job for me. Most of the time I drink wine with you. I don't know why I didn't tonight. I might still. But also my family does take it very seriously. It's the main income for our family. So because of that, I am so appreciative of people like Diana that let me meet new people. So Arbonne also knows she's a big deal. The average host gets $320 in product for $60. So we have really good rewards. But on top of what Arbonne offers, I always bribe people because bills come due every month. So I have to make sure I keep meeting new people. So if you guys had fun and you can think of literally 2 or 3 people just like this you think would be willing to soak their feet or maybe try makeup or do the tasting where we do smoothies, then I will bribe you. And whatever you're looking at tonight, I'll give it to you cheaper. Plus, you'll get all the rewards then, you know, as the host. Okay, so that's the third way. The last way to purchase is the income side. Obviously, what I've chosen to do. I always assume that people don't come to something like this to get started in a new business. I wasn't even that familiar with what Arbonne was. It sounds like some of you weren't either. But I really do feel like we have the best products on the market. And I feel like we have what people are looking for. We have natural products that work.
right.
So I'm excited about that. But honestly, it's the business side that is my favorite part. Because even though you might care about lines around your eyes, most people don't lie awake at night thinking, oh, you know, crap, I got this line right here. I've got that middle mark. What'd you call it? middle school mark. So real quick, I'll share with you guys. Does he need something? No?
Just, yeah.
What?
Oh, I was just making sure she was okay.
Okay.
Aw. How was practice, bud?
It was pretty good.
Good. So real quick, I'll just share some statistics that I cared about. If you guys aren't curious about that, you know, listen for somebody that you love. I mean, there's a lot of people that need just a little extra income, or maybe, you know, people like me that want to completely fire their boss and do something totally different. So full-time in Arbonne is meeting new people consistently. So we do that a couple of different ways. You can do presentations just like this. You can do them virtually. You can send out samples. There's all kinds of different ways. But if you are consistently meeting new people, on average working 10 to 15 hours a week, after 2 months, the average income is $500 a month. So you could make your car payment with that. Okay. If you keep going, the average at 8 months is $2,500 a month. That's the level that really stood out to me. $2,500 a month did not replace my income, but I remember thinking, oh gosh, if I could make my own schedule, we could figure it out. Like it would be worth it to work part-time and get to make my schedule. And so I really researched that level, and what I discovered was the fine print was that if you want to get paid consistently like a business owner, you have to be consistent with it. That's really the fine print. If you treat it like a hobby, you should expect to get paid like a hobby. But since people run out of everything that I have and need to reorder, if I do a good job following up with them, like the business just keeps getting bigger. Does that make sense? So that really stood out to me. And the other thing that stood out is just not all comp plans are created equal. So of course in finance, I researched that. And Arbonne's compensation plan is just the best one out there. We get a paycheck and a commission. So my commission's 35%. That's what I'm going to use to bribe you just a little bit. So like Kelly, I'll say, here's one total, or if you want to help me meet 2 or 3 new people, here's a different one.
Mhm.
Which one do you prefer? That's what worked for Diana, right? I bribed her. And then I can afford to do that because I still get a paycheck from the home office. Does that make
That's
sense?
really interesting. I didn't know that they like even would offer a commission. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we do. And then you can keep going. The average at a year to a year and a half is anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a month. That's the level where Arbonne's White Mercedes comes into play. I remember thinking, you always hear about those people, you never meet them. I got to that level 5 years ago, and I was so nervous to talk to people. So I just discovered I didn't die, and if I kept trying.
So you were into it like 3 years at that point?
Yeah, well, like 2.5 years.
That's
Yeah. And I had 2 babies over the course of that time.
Nice.
So yeah, and then you can keep going. I didn't stop there. So if you guys are curious, it is my favorite part. This is certainly not what I pictured as our solution, but the fact is, I get to make my own schedule. I've heard, a lot of people will say, gosh, I just don't think I'm passionate about skincare, and I just kind of bluntly tell them, well, me neither. I've never once woken up in 8 years and thought, I'm so excited to go talk about protein shakes and skincare. But I do get excited that I get to make my own schedule, and that I feel like I have an option to offer people if they have a need for an extra income, or there's lots of people that just find themselves in situations where they just need more to make it.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, I'm going to clean up. You guys have any questions right now about anything? You can grab a catalog if you want one. They're really big, so I prefer to help you figure it out because you'll get overwhelmed. But you're welcome to grab one.
Can you purchase anything separately?
Oh, yes, you can purchase everything separately, or you can do it as a package special and get it a little cheaper. But yeah, all the items are sold individually. Yeah.
Hey Devin,
Yeah.
is it too late to do like the ultrasound? Can we do that?
No, yeah. We totally can. I'm gonna show this video. Whoop, whoop, whoop. My display, and then turn it off. Maybe. Are they seeing it? Do you see the display?